Yeah, Mother's Day was fun. We had the little brunch going on, Mother's Day brunch, had the mimosas, the bellinis, you know?
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it was a feast, man. The girl put out
Those are like
lady put
mom
out
specials, I feel like.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Bellinis, you know what I mean? Those brunch style alcohol drinks that just kind of get you going for the day.
That's their bread and butter. It's fuel.
That is, man.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to watch. It's like a swan in an elegant lake, they know what they're
Basking.
doing,
Yeah.
professionals.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Um,
So your
yeah,
mom had
so
a you guys had a nice weekend though?
yeah, we had a nice weekend, did a nice big spread, breakfast spread, brunch spread, and it was great. Just hung out in the sunshine, chilled with the doggies, and that was it. And then, you know, swung the sticks over the weekend, got to the range,
Nice.
felt good.
Sick.
Mother's Day was fun, and that was it. And watched a little golf.
You got to the range on Mother's Day?
No, no, no.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a bold move,
No,
Kyle.
no, can't do that. No, don't want to lose my life. Can't do that.
100%.
Can't
Yeah, I
do
get
that.
that. I get that.
But yeah, watched a little
You're a smart
golf
guy.
too, saw our guy Jason Day do some magical things.
Dude, good for him, man. I know he's been struggling, the last few years. He hasn't been the same as he was in his quote unquote prime.
Sure.
But I, I even alluded to him earlier in one of our episodes. I think it might have been for the Masters. I had him as kind of a dark horse just because he's been playing really well this year, this season.
He's changed.
And
Something's changed for sure.
he's healthy. That his back has always been a huge thing for him. But yeah, he's kind of found his swing. He's really feeling good about his game, and I mean, maybe he carries it over this week. Who knows?
Mm. I wouldn't be surprised, and I even said this too in conversation. Somebody was talking golf. I said, watch out for Jason Day. He's not finished. I don't think he's just disappearing into the woodwork here.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be out and about playing. I think he's going
he's
to
a
be
proven
swinging.
winner. You
Yeah.
know,
There was a
but
lot of shift in the leaderboard there. It was a fun little tournament.
I was. Yeah, that's beginning to be one of my favorite tournaments to watch just because I mean, we
Mhm.
talked about last week how it's a scoreable, favorable course for the players. So it makes it exciting in that standpoint. But at the same time, it's right before the PGA Championship. So it's
Yep.
kind of a tune up for a lot of these guys, too.
Yep.
And it
And it's
bridges
a
the gap
dogfight
with,
for others, the younger
right. I was
guys.
going to say, it bridges the gap where it's a tune up for some. And then, yeah, to your point, it's a dogfight for others because they're trying to win and make it in. They
Right.
want to have
The
that
Alex Smalleys
opportunity.
of the world getting pissed, and the people,
Right.
there's these like fringe corn fairy dudes too that are all, there's a lot of these guys that are, you're just like you said it. It's becoming a bigger tournament. I think these PGA tournaments, they are doing a good job of building the hype and getting things excited, even with the splinter of live and everything else. And yes, I will go to live events and I will, do whatever eventually, but yeah, I think right now this is just a great that what they're doing. They're creating a lot of buzz with these littler tournaments that are now becoming big, names.
Yeah.
And to
Yeah.
have Jason Day win that on Mother's Day is just,
That's huge, man. I
yeah.
mean, a lot of people kind of know the background. I mean, you were talking about like he and his mom. And yeah, I mean, I think it was even last year, he was getting emotional at
Oh yeah,
the tournament just because,
a few tournaments.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
So,
he wore the pin, and he's she had a long battle with lung cancer, and
right,
yeah, and it was just a beautiful thing to see that happen. And you could tell moments are meant like that, and it wasn't. That's not some just like weird coincidence. That's some fate that
right.
Jason Day had to win that tournament. He fought for that, and he wanted to
Yeah,
win bad. So
for sure.
that's what he did. He went out there and did it. And shout out to Jason Day. That's incredible. Good for
Yeah.
him.
I think he keeps it rolling. I think he's going to have a great rest of the year. And
Yeah.
as long as he stays healthy, I mean, he was kind of in that same realm, that same generation. Well, he's a little younger, but with Tiger Woods, he was competing back when Tiger was in his prime, and it's just nice to see him kind of come back around, find his swing, be a little healthier, and Now
Yeah,
he's competing and winning. So
totally
we'll
right.
see
These
what
Nike
happens.
athletes, man, it's like they have a rebuild process that's just like
Yeah.
part of their core engagement. That Nike just
Yeah.
takes care of these athletes, man. They just, they just they tune them back up and pump them back out. They make them good again, whole
Yeah,
again.
it's wild. It's wild.
But
Speaking of getting good again, um, well, not me, but I'm trying.
we're all
Uh,
trying. It's okay.
yeah.
Every week. That's why we're here. Speaking of, welcome to another episode of Good Lies Golf.
Hey, we're back,
here.
man.
Look at
We're
that.
still golfing.
We're still
trying
golfing.
to.
We're still getting better.
Still watching it.
Kind of. Even if we're not scoring better, we're getting better. That should be a
We're
shirt.
attempting to. Yeah, speaking of which, you said you had a nice range sesh, right?
Yeah, I just went to Montauk Downs, put my little thing in there, had the little token thing, and yeah, just whacked a couple balls around, man. Little irons and little iron work, couple putter action, working on my putter on the flat sticks. They had a little green there to work on. Just hanging out.
So
You're not really
you
supposed to use the range if you're not playing around, but I just go there anyway and do it.
as long as I feel like they would.
Actually, I don't know if that's
respect you
true. I'm
for
pretty sure
getting
you
your
can
swings
do it,
in.
but whatever.
Well, I mean, you've announced it now, so they know.
I don't
But
care.
so you were out there just playing defense on yourself, I assume.
Again, yep. That's what I do every day.
Daily
Live
routine.
this life.
Yeah.
NBA playoffs, baby. We're in the playoffs.
There we go. I got out there too, man. I was lucky enough to kind of scoot away. Had like a 2:40 or a 3 o'clock tee time during the
Keep
week.
getting these money holes, huh? The little twilight money holes.
Yeah. Things have just worked out for me lately. But yeah, I met up with my buddy Gilman, and the place is sweet. It's called Little Miami Golf Center, and it's in Cincinnati, Ohio, and they got a 9-hole regulation. They got a 9-hole par 3, and then they got a little mini golf course. So that's the same place that I took Kai,
Right.
the week
Yep,
before.
that last time.
Yeah. So it was a spur of the moment thing. So we just like called around. Everyone was booked out because it was just one of the best days of the year so far. Just as far as
yeah,
weather.
it was like that everywhere. People
Yeah.
were just outside.
Yeah, people are like, "Fuck work." Like,
yeah, everybody was
go
calling
enjoy
out
life,
sick,
you know
using
what I mean?
PTO days, and it
Yeah.
was on. It's on.
Yeah. So we got out there, and the dude's like, "All right, well, you're walking or want a cart?" And I mean, we're both ripped, so we're just like, "Yeah, we'll walk." I mean, I don't regret it at all. It was fucking awesome.
Terrible idea.
What a day, dude. We walked 18, so we did the 9 regulation, and then we also did the 9 par 3. And what I found is at the range before, we hit a couple balls. We split a medium bucket, so we only had like 10 each, so we had to be selective with our swings. So I think I just went like 7 iron and then a couple pitching wedges or something,
Right.
And dude, I found something. Like I kind of leveled my swing plane out a little bit. I'm typically very vertical.
You found a little something?
I thought I think I unlocked something, and I had a little bit of light bulb moment. And actually, yeah, I took the key out, threw it in there, and that door opened. I'm walking in it right now, baby. But no, when it actually unlocked was the day before. I was in the backyard with Kai, and he had a tennis racket, and he was just like, hitting a tennis ball. And he gave it to me. He was like, "Your turn." So I took it. And when I went to hit it, I was just like, holy shit, dude. This is the exact same fucking movement.
There you go. It's muscle memory. It's finally kicking in.
Yeah. And I like found where, how I would hit the ball with the racket right where I was aiming, and with, the right loft, right feel. Yep. And so I try to bring that same exact movement and feel to the range session. And I mean, immediately, dude, I was just striking the ball. It was going in the vicinity of where I was aimed with the loft that I wanted. And I was like, holy fuck, I think I found something. So I brought it out to the regulation 9. And what I found is, yes, I absolutely unlocked that. I was striking all my irons and my wedges. I still can't hit the fucking ball with a wood or my driver at all, dude.
I feel like that's something you just have to sit with a professional in like a room with one of those little machines, and they just figure out what the fuck is wrong with you.
Well, I'm one step closer. I'm one step closer.
Yeah. Dude, allergies right now. I don't know about you, but I'm getting attacked from all angles. Like I can't use enough Flonase and eye drops. I'm dying right now, dude. I'm getting attacked. Pollen right now is just flying. It's like being that dusty kid from Charlie Brown, but it's
Oh
pollen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's just
Oh
pollen.
shit.
Like,
What is his
dude,
name?
it's everywhere.
Whatever.
I don't even know, but holy shit, man. Oh,
Yeah, that's
whew.
brutal. Plus you're ginger. So
I don't know if that has anything to do with allergies, but damn, it sucks. So shout out to all people with bad allergies because I don't
hey
even.
man,
I feel like I don't
I
even have
got
it
some
that
ginger in
bad,
me too, so it's all
you
good.
know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But so
But
wait, so you went to that and you
yep,
did the full 9, and then you worked on a lot of short game with the. I like how you
par three.
combined the full 9 with the small course after, because that's like the little short game workout, kind of like your
Yeah,
rundown after, which is really how I would prefer to work on my game. Because in all honesty, I'd like to have a good 9 hole where I can use drives and be risky and not worried about the score because it's a 9 hole. And then boom, then you go and hit a little short game and work on that on a couple par
yeah,
threes. That's a good
yeah,
method.
for sure. And the 9 hole regulation that they have there too is good for practice, and it's it was so like demo demoralizing just afterwards because I shot horribly score wise because I was trying to hit my driver and I was trying to hit my woods because it's relatively open. Like there's a lot of relief. You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude. I shot two of the worst scores on holes that I've shot in many rounds, and I had both of them during that span, and I didn't lose a single ball. I just was hooking everything 50 yards until I would
It
take out an iron
it
or a wedge, and
happens.
I would strike it.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. But to your point, afterwards, I went over to the 9 hole with or par three with Gilman, and we walked that as well, which was great. I fucking love the exercise, to be honest, and I feel like I kind of get more into it in a way. I'm just thinking golf and my shot, and
You do kind of feel like
it,
you're in the PGA a little bit when you walk the course
yeah,
and you're not in the
yeah,
cart.
dude,
Like when you're in
right,
the cart, you feel like the fucking out of shape, lazy piece of shit, and you're just like not supposed to be there.
yeah.
When the bag's on your shoulders and you're walking like a real man, you feel
I'm a golfer.
yeah, you feel
Yeah,
that energy a little bit better, you know?
yeah. You're like, hey guys, we're golfers now. Look at
Yeah.
us. Look
Yeah,
at
dude. I have a
us.
divot
We're
tool.
out here.
We're doing this.
But yeah, no, for sure. I feel you on that. That's hilarious. So anyway, so yeah, we walked over there, and to your point, it was just like an added tune up, and it was a lot of validation too, because like I scored so horribly on the regulation
Right. It allows you to
that like
rebound.
yeah, it was redemption. So I got out there and I continued just hitting my wedges and my iron pretty well. And yeah, shot significantly better, although obviously it's a par three, but you know, I shot three over and I had an opportunity for multiple
That's where your game
birdies.
counts. You know,
Yeah.
it's not really your drive. Your drive, sure, even if you drive it 160 yards off the tee, I don't care what hole you're on, even if you're on a par five. That second, third, fourth shot are the ones that matter, or the second, third shot are the ones that matter. So I don't mind
Yeah.
a par three course because it doesn't really deteriorate my game as much as I think it does. If anything, almost I'm not hitting drives as much, so it makes me not overthink my drives all the time. So when I do play a bigger course, I feel more comfortable hitting drives. I don't know if that makes any sense, but sometimes that's how it is with me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get that, man, for sure. Um, yeah, it was just it's a nice place to go, especially if you're just trying to get some practice in, and it's
And
super
it's got a
cheap
bar,
too.
right? With like mini golf and all that shit too.
Well, yeah, there's a mini golf. There's not a bar. I mean, you could go hang out at the snack bar with some Gatorades and
You could bring
a
a
Snickers
liter of
bar, but
vodka and put it in your Gatorades.
there you go.
There
There
you
you go.
go. Like a
I
true
think they have
Ohio
some lunch
person.
tables outside, so I guess you could you could turn it into a bar for sure. Uh, but yeah, no, it's just a sick place to like get some practice in. It's super fucking cheap. Like I I think I paid for Gilman and it was like $30 for the 9 hole regulation total.
That's
So
so
it's like
cheap. Yeah.
essentially like 14, 15
That's
bucks a
very cheap.
person to
Even
play 9 holes.
our cheapest round here in our there's only we've talked about this before on the podcast, but out here in the Hamptons, there's only 3 public golf courses that you can play that aren't like private rich golf clubs that nobody can afford, that no one can realistically play. So you have
Right.
Montauk Downs, which is one of the nicest public courses in the country, and I'm not just saying that, like it's rated and all
Yeah.
these fucking whatever.
By the way, make a list for us when I come out there later this summer.
Yeah, no, we'll be playing all 3 of them, Brendan.
Fuck yeah.
There's a big list. There's 3 of them.
So down.
So then we have Poxabog, which is like our little 9-hole that's privately owned, but it's right off the highway, and they have a driving range and a banging breakfast spot. So you go in there, you get your breakfast, do your driving range, and then go out there, play a little 9. They have like really small little holes, and it's fun. And then you got
Sweet.
Sag Harbor, which is my prestigious membership, which is the 9-hole state golf course, but the cheapest round is only, I think, like $22 walking or $24 walking, and then it's almost 30 on the weekends for a 9-hole, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Still, even that's cheap. And then weekends is like, I don't know, 30 something. But if you pay, it's only $500 for the year if you just pay for the membership up front, unlimited golf. So that's the way to go.
Damn.
That's the move. $500, unlimited golf.
Sure. I'll probably just buy one from here. Why
well,
not?
it's so
Just
cheap
have
for a
it on
round
you.
while you're here for the week or weekend. It's not worth it. But yes, it's
Yeah.
amazing to have if you're going to visit a few times. It's worth it. It's great. And that's
sure.
year round. The course doesn't close. So you go in the winter, you go in fucking December, November. If it's a nice day out, course is
Yeah.
open. Snow. We've been on there when there's ice on the greens to where if you hit on the green, the ball right off.
Oh, dude, yeah. I played.
We've been there, man. All facets.
I've played like that for sure, man. Hey, I'll go out there as long as the sun's out. I mean, if it's like 38 plus, I'll play.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I played around just like that at a course here in California. Guess where it is?
Santa Barbara?
No, California, Ohio.
Oh, California, Ohio.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
Oh.
How about that?
Ohio's like the king of having all these cities named after like other places that aren't Ohio.
Well, yeah, dude, it's just a way of being efficient. We're like, well, this place already
Miami,
exists. We'll
Ohio?
just use that name. Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, that must be a destination in Miami Beach. Like, you know how many assholes have probably booked their flight thinking
Dude,
they're going to Miami Beach and they end up in Miami, Ohio airport, sitting there like a dumb fuck, just so mad at themselves.
Dude, absolutely. Some
Dead
dude,
winter.
like, buys a train ticket to California, ends up in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio.
It happens. It definitely happens.
Oh, that's 100% happening.
Sorry, what were you going to
that's
say? That
hilarious.
just jogged my memory.
Who fucking knows what I was going to say, dude? That's hilarious. Because that's happened too.
Definitely probably thousands a year that happens to those poor bastards. Ohio did this on purpose just to fuck with people. We're on.
There's got to be a way. You know how there's like this old like Craigslist like pass by message boards and shit like that.
Yep.
There's got to be some posting somewhere of like just a compilation of people like that, like complaining.
Just mad, just bad Yelp reviews, just fuming. There's a whole batch of them that Ohio has just compressed and suppressed for the last 10 years. So nobody tries to change the name of the municipality.
That's hilarious.
Well, it's a good thing you live in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, man, a great place. And you have so much golf. That's the beauty of it. You got a lot of golf, and it's a lot of good golf. Yeah. And you got a nice new casino, the Hard Rock, right? That's a nice new casino.
It's been here, but they rebranded.
They redid it, rebranded.
Yeah.
Made a little fancy schmancy. That's a nice little golf spot.
Dude, there's a lot out here. I mean, yeah. Bring your bachelor parties to Cincinnati, dude. Let's get this place going, man.
Yeah, man. Miami, Ohio. Let's make it the new Miami.
For sure. No, I will give a shout out to another place in Ohio that is great and would be great for bachelor parties. Apple Valley. All right. That place is dope as fuck.
Yep. Apple Valley, Ohio. Shout out to them.
Shout out. Yeah.
Fantastic golf club. Great place to stay. They have the little cottages right on the course. Everything's
best
right there.
Bocce ball course in North America as well.
Best random wild bocce course. Pretty epic, man. But I mean, we got some tournaments coming up too.
Yeah. Got some more tournaments.
Yeah, we got some tournaments coming up. And then we have some PGA tournaments coming up.
Yeah, that we do. The PGA Championship.
Championship.
Yeah, it's coming up this week, man. We're looking at Oak Hill. We're coming back here. There's already been plenty of magic here
Yeah.
at this course, but
Yeah.
they've made changes, man. They've kind of cleared it out, removed a shit ton of trees. I mean, from what I've seen and what I heard, I'm kind of thinking bombers, gougers. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I think they're going to make this thing totally playing just so they can have everybody scrapping at each other. It's going to be a day of everybody golfing out there. It's just
You
going to
see
be.
that fucking rough though?
I, Wait, no, I didn't see the pictures of the rough. I've heard
Oh
of such
man,
rough.
you got to
You seen
check them out,
pictures?
man.
You seen the
There's some
pictures?
videos and shit out there. Yeah, just
I
dropping
didn't
a
see it.
ball out there, caddies while they're doing their walk,
Oh, I didn't
just
see it.
drop it. It fucking just disappears like inches off of the off the fairway, man.
Yeah, but these guys are so accurate. You
Uh,
know, this
oh
is the
yeah,
PGA. This is the good golfers. These
but
guys aren't flying too far off the fairway.
that's what I'm saying though. Well, and in addition to it being kind of open with the tree removal, um, it's a relatively linear course as well. There's not much that is beyond what you see straight in front of you.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of thinking, I mean, it could be a bombers gougers where it's just like, let's try to fucking hit the ball as far as we can up there or get up there. It either ends up in the fairway, or if I'm in the rough, I'm still up around the green, or in a short iron or something like that,
Well,
where they're gaining a stroke on somebody.
yeah.
If you hit it short and in the rough,
You
you're
have some of
fucked.
these bombers from Live that are back in the mix. So it's not the same tournament. Now the PGA players have to brace themselves for a whole field of golfers they're not used to playing with, like the Taylor Gooches and you know,
Yeah.
all these guys that are going to actually show up to
You
play
got
and
Kepka.
start swinging. Kepka, who can swing off the
I
tee,
mean, we know
the
what he
guys.
does in majors and tough majors too. And I've seen some comps saying Oak Hills this year is probably, with the rough and everything. Uh, uh it could be kind of reminiscent of like Shinnecock when Brooks
Ooh,
won, how it was
right.
just tough to score. It's fucking Rochester, New York in May. They just had winter 4 weeks ago. So they were getting
It
snow.
didn't get good
So
until very, very recently. It hasn't been a nice spring. It's been pretty in the last week. Yes, it's been very nice. They've been blessed in the last week to have beautiful weather, but
right.
not pre up to that. So they've been battling some conditions, I'm sure, trying to get this thing,
Well,
ready, like you said. And the conditions are not ideal. Even so,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
windy as
Like
shit right now.
right. That's what I was gonna say is like, I mean, from what I've heard and seen, like the course itself looks pretty mint, like it looks pretty fucking good and up to major standard, but um the weather's just different. It's not gonna be 80, 90 degrees, it's not gonna be a perfect sunny day every day. It's probably gonna be a little blistery or blustery with the wind,
Yeah,
blistery with the cold.
that's how it was the last PGA tournament
Yeah.
too. It
Well,
was bad
yeah,
weather. And then the
yeah, yeah,
players was bad. We had a few tournaments last year that didn't have the hottest weather. Everything was a little crazy out there.
yeah. I mean, that's what ends up happening because they moved a lot of these tournaments around. They got
Right.
different
The
dates
schedule
earlier
did
in the
change.
season, and
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that definitely is a big effect. I know that was like one thing that people were harping on with the players was it was earlier in the year, which was causing that type of weather, as opposed to having it later in the season.
Right. Now, do you think there's going to be some like major beefage between, you know, the live and the regular dude, you think? Or is that all
No, dude, I'm
drama and
fucking
that's
tired of this,
over?
Sherm. What are you doing right now, Sherman?
I'm not trying
What
to
are you
stir up. I'm
doing,
just
dude?
asking what your honest opinion is because I think there will be a slight amount of beef. Not even trying to stir up. I'm just saying, I think subconsciously, like the whole Scotty, like the attitude shit. I think there's just going to be a lot of attitude toss because these golfers are like prissy. They're not, they're not hockey players, man. It's a little like I could just picture Brooks's face, like somebody walking past him and he's just on TV again and he just gets caught just like steaming off somebody's bullshit. And then it's
I mean,
on.
it's not unlikely, but
I'm saying there's a high
I mean, it
probability.
might
That's
be.
all
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
If I was a
I think
Vegas
they're all
man,
just done with with it though. At least that's what I feel. I feel like they're
Yeah,
just
you
like,
got 20
fuck.
reporters in your face telling you a bunch of shit
Yeah,
that just,
I think they're just over this shit.
hey, we'll see. We'll
No,
see.
I'm not saying there couldn't be beef. There might be. You never know. I mean, people will get annoyed by people. It is what it is. It's just how human nature is. Uh, but yeah, I just feel like on both sides, they've got to be exhausted from this shit. You know what I mean? It's just got to be done with. Although it can't
Just
be
the
done with.
beginning. That's
Yeah,
what Paul
it's
was saying. It's just the
right,
beginning. When you think
right.
it's over, it's just the
Yeah,
start of the shit. So strap
yeah. I
up.
mean, although I think the players more so are annoyed by the media, and they're just like annoyed and pissed off by, well, pretty much the live players pissed off by Monahan and the PGA. You know, Mickelson tweeting how you had these four live golfers that ranked like 128th and down, but then you had, I think it was Bo Hostler or something like that,
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
PGA who was ranked higher.
There was a few
Yet,
guys, Joel. There was a few
right,
guys on that list that got criticized because they haven't been playing too hot or whatever.
right. But at the same time, one of the guidelines or the rules of like letting these players in and participate in this major is the world ranking. So they're like, Mickelson's basically saying you have these three players from Live that are ranked higher or equal to Bo Hostler, but they didn't get in. Bo Hostler did. And like, what the fuck?
Obviously, because it's PGA and this is PGA.
Right,
So, like, go fuck
right,
yourself. I think that's pretty obvious. It's going to
right.
continue for some. That's why I comment on it, because I think that little bias is going to continue for a while. And I think it's important we kind of chip that out because it will affect these guys' psyche. Like, Taylor Gooch is pissed that, like, he gets
Oh yeah,
excluded from shit like this, or he's talked about it
right.
personally. There's
And
been a
he's
lot of
won
these live guys
multiple
that are
tournaments.
furious. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely not something that's going away. And I just love this little time we're in of golf. We see a lot of these pockets happening. The Jason Day, Tony Finau, Scotty's hungry, Cam Smith's hungry. Everybody's hungry, man. We got Max Homa. I think is going to be a big sleeper this week.
He's a sleeper.
Max
Yeah.
Homa, big sleeper. I think.
I feel that Finau, I mean, he sets up for a course like this too. Bomber Gouger. He's got a good short game, but he fucking hits the ball a long
Homa
way.
could
So
do
he
very
could be a
well.
sleeper. Another sleeper I do like too. Not a lot of people are talking about him. Cam Young. He's
New York boy, man. He knows what the hell he's
majors.
doing up there. He knows exactly what he's doing on that course.
He's a Northeast boy.
Yep.
And he's
from New York, man.
in
He knows what he's
majors. Doing. Yep. He hits the ball a really long way. Got a nice short game, an iron game. I could see. I mean, that would be huge because he hasn't. I don't think he's won yet anything.
I like Cam Young there too.
Yeah.
I like the Cam Young call. That's a good call too. That's a safe call if you're going to make a couple dollars there. Just throw 5 on it. Throw 10 on it.
You obviously have Scheffler, Rahm.
Rahm's always, if you want to put friggin' $20 on Rahm, of Monopoly money, of course. If you want to put that money down, you put that money down on John Rahmy. He's pretty hot.
I feel similar to Scheffler too. And I'll tell you one more.
They all could win, man.
I think he's got an even added little bonus too, because remember, he missed the cut last year at the PGA Championship. And he like doubled or tripled on the very last hole. Missed the cut. Brutal.
So wants to replay some history to.
He's playing great golf. Rahm already won this year. We know there's kind of that competition, who's best in the world between them two. And then he's got that added bonus there. So he could make something, make a little run. But the guy I'm curious about, and I want to know what you're thinking here is, what do you think about Cantlay, dude? Cantlay with, does he have LaCava on the bag this week?
I didn't read into the news. I actually didn't read into that hype. I should have. And I didn't. Shame on me for not knowing. But if he does have Joe on the bag, then I think it's going to be right in the money line of a good bet. I think that I want to give them some time together before I start calling, victory after victory with them. But I do think there's going to be a lot of magic created. I just don't know if it's going to be instant. I wasn't thinking like PGA. I was thinking like something, but we'll see.
I'm not saying that, if Cantlay won, that would be the kicker. I'm not saying that.
That would be crazy though if he won.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think the course sets up pretty well for him. He hits the ball a long way, and he's top 20, top 25 in most categories,
Yeah,
outside of, everything else. So he's like very consistent. Obviously, he's won before multiple times, elsewhere, but I don't know. I think if he did have a Cobb on the bag, though, that would be super interesting and then fucking nuts
I
if
think he
they
does
did
because he
win
just
that
finished with
first
Nelly
tournament.
Corda's bag, and I think that was his shift over. I think after that he was going
That would be nutty, dude.
right to Cantlay.
That'd
I
be
think this guy,
fucking
he's just like
nutty.
celebrity bagging for like all the biggest golfers in the world. He's just this
I
guy.
mean,
I'm telling you, man, he's the magic man. He's the secret sauce. He's
I
a
don't
smart
doubt it,
dude.
man. I
He
don't
he
doubt
has
it.
to be influential for a reason. There has to be something very intelligent about this guy that's just everybody loves and gets
Yeah,
it. And I love that.
yeah. Another guy sorry, it just came to mind though. Kind of like his style, and it'd be another like really cool story. With it being his sophomore year with the Gala. Sahith, dude,
You can always throw him in the
he's
mix
hot
with
and
things like
cold.
this because he's
Yeah,
he's just good and he turns it on and he's got that fire. He's got that young fire, that energy that you want. He's got the competitive energy, like that Kobe,
yeah,
like that Mamba energy. He's got that friggin'
right.
he does, man. He's
He's
got
super
that.
chill. He's a nice guy, but I get you. He's got
No, I'm
that
saying
like
on the
this
course.
stoic look. Yeah, yeah,
No, I'm
yeah,
saying when he plays, dude, his
yeah.
play is lethal. He starts making those runs. He comes back. He starts
Right.
shooting. All of a sudden, he's shooting six back. Now he's four back. Now he's two back. That guy comes out of nowhere, dude. He's like
Yeah.
Batman.
And that's why I shouldn't have said hot and cold. I should have said like warm and hot.
Yeah,
But yeah, to your point, like what I meant was he's just one of those guys. He always seems to be in the mix. I think he's made like 15 of his last 16 cuts or something like that. So, he typically makes the cut,
crushing it.
but he's one of those guys that any given day he could just kind of turn it on and go real low.
Mm.
But he also hits the ball a really long way, and I think he's searching for that first W. We know he's had a couple of close calls, but I don't know. He could be another sleeper, another dark horse. At least a guy I'd probably throw in a lineup if I'm making one.
Yeah, I mean
You're always looking for those guys other people aren't picking, but because that gives you the edge.
all valid. Yeah, man. Well,
You
that's
doing
pretty
anything
much.
this week or anything?
Yeah, I'm just hanging, watching some golf, doing some stuff. That's it, really.
Doing some
That's
things, huh?
I'm just doing some things, some work, some media work, some
Nice.
some video work and
Make sure you
such.
get out there. I'm gonna get out there with the boys. I got a real early tee time. I'm gonna be up real early on Saturday. I got a 7:40, but the place is like an hour away, and obviously I still want to try to get in range session. So
You
uh
got to plan your time accordingly there, man.
yeah, I'll be up. I'll be up crack ass out of dawn, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great round. I already feel it.
Epic.
I
Look at
already
that.
feel it. It's at one of the. I've only played there one time. It's called Heatherwood, and it's kind of towards Dayton.
Okay. And you're
It's
going to break the
in. I
course
think it's
record.
in Springboro. What's that?
You're going to break the course record.
100%, dude.
Okay.
I mean,
Cool.
that's what we're trying to do all the time, right?
Yeah,
That's the
every
goal.
time I step out there, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, yeah. So going out there super early with the boys, looking forward to it. I've only played there one time, and from what I can remember, I'd say it's probably up there, top 5, top 3 public courses in the Cincinnati area.
Love
So
it.
looking forward to it, man. And I'm hoping that the unlocked wedge game carries over. I just gotta figure out that driver, that wood.
Dude, driver will figure itself out. Just give it a
Yeah,
whirl. Just
I'm
give it a
feeling all
whirl
right
this week,
about it.
okay? Just give
Yep.
it a whirl. Grab that thing, pull it out of the bag, like it's a lightsaber, and grip up and just give it a little deep breath.
Yep.
And
Just a
then
little wax on, wax
smack that
off.
friggin' thing, dude. Yeah. Mr. Miyagi, that bitch, right out. Ralph Macchio, that, right center field, right into the fairway.
100%. I
Man.
appreciate that, and I'm gonna do that. I'm feeling good about it. I'm looking forward to it, and I mean, you know me, man. I'll be out there grabbing some footy for
Some
sure.
footy for the good lies golf, man. That's why we're bringing you guys all this good content. Brendan's going out there getting some good stuff. I'll be going out there getting some good stuff. We'll have some tournaments. Merch is coming. All the good things here. at Good Lies
We'll
Golf.
have socks.
Crushing
We'll
it.
have socks for
We will
everyone.
have socks. Boom. Lighters.
Yep.
T-shirts, hats, dad hats.
Mood rings. Mood rings.
Mood rings. I'm not sure about
Yeah.
mood rings. We'll talk to some guy that lives in a van or something somewhere. We'll find some mood rings. Yeah, solid. But that's basically our episode of Good Lies Golf, guys. Follow on our website. That's basically where you can get everything.
Like and subscribe.
Everything. Yeah, like and subscribe. Like, go to our YouTube channel, 3 Mile Media, get that, like, subscribe that. You'll see that actually our YouTube has its own thing just for the podcast. It's got its own fancy little podcast player and everything right on YouTube. It's fancy. So go check that out.
Man.
And yeah, our website, goodliesgolf.co, not .com, fuck that. It's goodliesgolf.co, and you can find us there. YouTube link, Spotify, Apple, our blog where we're writing some cool shit every week, and we're going to start doing some serious course reviews. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, we're serious, man. We're serious about this, man.
We're totally serial, dude. So come check us out. All right, B. We're out here. Later, man.
Later.